What's up, Leroy? I see you, baby boy. Check 1 2, check 1 2, test 1 2. She don't love me like tequila does. Nobody can. She don't give me that morning town. Oh wait, that border town love like tequila does. Hello and welcome back to the Yesterday Podcast with your boy Audible 44. Today is July 1st, 2021, and this is the first live podcast we've done in months, possibly like a year. But I'm excited. It's summertime. It's time to hit the beach, ladies and gentlemen. Let's do it. Hello. Quick shout out to Via and Leroy in chat. I appreciate you guys. It's been a long time since I did a podcast live, but I felt like switching it up. I remember doing the podcast live. I used to have so much to say, it would become overwhelming. But then when I realized when I do the podcast just alone, it's almost overwhelming how hard it is to say shit, how little there is to say, because it's like, I don't take notes. I don't write down ideas. When I do that, when I do that, it actually goes a little smoother, but it doesn't feel. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how we go. But I'm interested in seeing how the podcasts are live again, and I'm thinking what I'll do is I'll just kind of riff and do my thing for a while, and then when I feel like, it's getting a little rougher, then I'll go to you guys in chat for some questions, and then that'll be the podcast. It'll be one of the only live podcasts that there are. You know what I'm saying? Especially live, where you can literally respond, or you can like comment and be a part of the podcast. So yes, let's see. I have about a 5-day weekend coming up, man. It's gonna be nice. I'm very excited. What's today? Today's Thursday. I don't go back to work till 4th of July. And on 4th of July, I only work 4 hours. I can take those 4 hours off if I want, but I won't get paid for it. And I get like double time if I go in. So I get like over like almost $200 just for working 4 hours. So it's like, yeah, I'm going to go in. But other than that, I basically have 5 days off. So it's nice. I'm chilling here on the beach, listening to the ocean waves go in and out. And it's a very relaxing Thursday morning. It's Thursday, right? Didn't I just say that? Yeah, Thursday morning. And before these, for 5 days, I worked 10 of the last 11 days. So I worked like almost 100 hours in 11 days. So basically, I'm fucking tired. Shit. I am really exhausted, bro. Like, working at Amazon is not easy. And if there's anybody, I don't think there's anybody who says it's easy. But if there is, they're fucking lying. So yeah, man, I'm happy to be here with you guys and hanging out and relaxing. Leroy in chat says, throwback to listening to Yesterday on a Sunday night whilst dreading the school the next day. Yeah, I was thinking about doing Sunday nights again as well. Because it's like, Sundays are my more like chill days at work, and it's my first day at work. It's like my Monday. So if I come home and do a podcast, it'll be cool. But we will see. We'll see what we end up doing. I do. You know what I realized in the beginning of this podcast? I used to have like really cool intros. Like I would have like these. I would put together these like edited videos and put audio with it, and then include the intro in it all. And I was like, wow, I forgot I did that. So I might end up doing that shit again. We'll see. Something's got to happen with this fucking YouTube channel, and it's got to happen. You know what I mean? It's kind of interesting to see that if I'm just consistent and I release somewhat similar content, it seems to like get traction. Like the videos where I'm just talking in the car early in the morning and just like venting and being like super vulnerable. People are starting to react to, or like I'm starting to get a little bit of traction there. And it's kind of nice. I'm noticing if I upload every couple days, I do something very, in the first 10 or 15 seconds, I'm not annoying. And I say something, you know what I'm saying, like too crazy. It's starting to work. I'm seeing the algorithm work with the content I'm making. So it's nice, man. It's very nice. But yeah, something's got to happen. What are your thoughts on the Amazon pee bottle controversy? Leroy in chat says. I think it's actually super hilarious, mostly I think that's the drivers where they were actually Amazon. For those who don't know, Amazon actually had in their like legitimate working guidelines to recommending for drivers to piss and shit in bags on their routes. It was legitimately a part of their paperwork, like their guidelines as a company. And it got exposed and they changed it and apologized. It's wild that Amazon is so good at killing like bad media about them. A lot of people don't know, in North Las Vegas, earlier this year, somebody killed themselves in one of their facilities. They literally jumped from, I believe, like the 3rd floor and killed themselves. And it was basically, it's kind of like the same thing that they do in these factories in other countries, although it's obviously not happening at the same rate. Give us 20 years and see where we are. But it's wild to see how great Amazon is at covering up bad press. So, that on top of the fucking the issues with them wanting to unionize and people wanting to unionize and things like that. They're killing all the news about it, but they are putting in work to make things better for their employees, at least trying to make it seem that way. Like they're giving out bonuses. We got a bunch of raises. They're not doing the time off task the same way, which is like basically you only had like 7 minutes to use the restroom kind of shit. Like they don't do that anymore in most of their places. So there's a lot of things that are changing. And I've always been the type to be like, it's not that bad. But what I've come to understand about Amazon is that it's such a huge fucking company. It literally employs millions of people, millions. So totally, there's people who work for Amazon that are fucking lawyers. There's people who just deliver goods. There's people who are, there's everything, there's medical people in Amazon. There's almost everything you could probably think of. Every single position somehow fits into Amazon. So it's hard to really have like one point of view, I guess, because it's like, it's too vast. So my personal experience is that it's not so bad. It's hard fucking work, but I get treated okay. I don't get, I don't hear too much shit. I like that I work alone. And the hardest part about my job is that the boringness and loneliness of it all. That's it. But yeah. But yeah, I've always been like, it's not so bad. But, hearing a lot of the stories, it does seem like it's that bad for a lot of people. So shout out to them. You know what I told my dad recently? Like, working at Amazon is the best job I ever had, but I really, really don't like it. And it makes so much sense, but it's true. And, it just kind of like, you got to get to a point, at least for me, I had to get to a point where I just had to tell myself like, hey, you don't got to like everything you do. You know what I mean? Like, not right now. Eventually, when you're 40, 50 years old, you should not be doing things that you don't like to do. Like, you should have devised a plan to financially be secure doing something you actually enjoy or somewhat enjoy. You can't enjoy something forever. You just can't. You got to take breaks. You got to whatever. But, you got to get to a place. You got to work hard and do shit you don't like to get to a point where you can do something you do like. And I never knew that. And in my early 20s, all I did was shit that I liked. And I never wanted to do shit that I didn't like. I had no idea what sacrifice was. I had no idea what hard work and struggle was at all. I was working shitty jobs, at some years getting unemployment and just raving and partying and, Don't get me wrong. I mean, I had a child, I had responsibilities, and I did sacrifice some things in some ways. But when it came to just actual like grit and just fucking putting your nose down and just grinding, to make money, I had no idea what the fuck I was doing. No idea. Little boy, no idea. Just only worked because that's the only way I could get high and I can go to raves and not be a piece of shit father. You know what I'm saying? It's like back then, it's so wild. Like I wasn't really concerned with being a good dad. I was more concerned with not being a bad dad. And now I found myself just wanting to be a good dad. It's weird. It's fucking weird. I don't know. It's not weird. It's just immaturity. You know what I'm saying? It's like you grow up and you start seeing little patterns and shit. And it's like, wow. I never was like introspective with myself. And like as far as fatherhood goes. I mean, I don't fucking know. Whatever. I was a little boy. I didn't know what the fuck being a father was. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing I got to tell myself. But life's a beach. You know what I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen? Life is a beach. And we got coconuts. So it is what it is. Via in chat says, well, it's good now. You want to be a good dad, LOL, and not just a dad that provides. Yeah, it's like, I guess I always wanted to be a good dad. I never like thought about it. All I had to think about was like, oh, I shouldn't do that because that would make me a shitty dad. You know what I'm saying? It's like now I know I'm not a shitty dad. So now what I'm doing is focusing on what I have to do to be a better dad rather than just not being a shitty one. I don't know. It's just perspective and how like your actions connect to your perspective at the time. It's interesting. And I always loved my kid, and but it just took me a while to really understand what being a dad meant. Are you planning any vacations for when restrictions are completely out? Actually, yes. I want to go to Hawaii. I want to take the family to Hawaii, and I want to pay for it all by myself and make it a surprise thing. Don't tell Monica. We're actually going to go see Joe Rogan. I mean, it's not really a vacation, but we're going to go see Joe Rogan on September 12th or 11th. But that's just right here in LA. Going to another rave at the end of this month. Hard Summer here in San Bernardino. But yeah, vacation wise, I do want to go to the beach. I want to go to a beach I've never gone to. I want to explore the fucking world. Like, I'm so sick of being in Southern California, dude. I'm so sick of it. I just want to go somewhere and see things. I don't care about sitting in rooms, getting drunk. I don't care about hanging out with people and like catching up. I just want to go places and see things. I just realized I wasn't recording this whole time. This whole podcast has not been recorded, ladies and gentlemen. Actually, it has. It's recording because I'm streaming it. So I guess it is recording. So if it's just not going to sound like perfect. So if there's any audio quality issues, if you're just listening, that's why. And I just realized it this second. Cheers. Actually, you know what I can do? I'll start recording now so I can merge it. I'm going to smoke weed now, guys. Okay. Do you guys even like our new tapestry? For those just listening, I have a new tapestry on my wall, and it's an ocean. Sinner. What's up, Brian? It took me a while to convince my wife that this was the vibe of our room. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, for some reason, just, because I got this now. Look, I got this. This is my desk. It's just like, I don't know. It's like, I like this galaxy style over here, but our room was missing like it didn't have a wave. You know what I'm saying? So I kept telling her, like, it's just something about an ocean that just looks right. And then she came home with these orange pillows, and then it says life is better at the beach. So then I secretly bought this ocean tapestry. She initially was like, nope, you're going to return it. We're not old retired people in Florida. There's no reason for us to have a ocean tapestry on our wall. There's no reason. But then I put it up. It's been a few days and I think she likes it. So I feel you, Leroy. Dude, I've been really going back and forth with myself. Leroy in chat says, trying to take a break from weed, I find it so easy to smoke too much. I feel you hard. I feel you very hard, Leroy. I feel you hard. I feel you hard. How come I don't have a soundboard? How come I don't have a fucking soundboard on this computer? Soundboard for podcasts. I bet there's something like that. Oh, well, I want one like that's online, brothers. Like, I don't want to have to download something and then all this other stuff. I just want to be able to click a button and it makes noises. Best soundboard app for podcasting. Soundboard for podcasts, free online. All right, perfect. My parents had a frame of the ocean and you were able to hear the waves. Ooh. Now that's fire. I'm down with that. Let's see. Random sounds and clips. I think I found one, guys. All right. Ring the alarm.
Well, the last time I saw a pair of jugs that big, 2 hillbillies were blowing on them.
All right. Well. It's so stupid. I love it though. I should have had these. Man. Oh, that's funny. I definitely got to download one of these programs and have a soundboard though. For sure. That's the tornado siren. That's you hear when we have a tornado warning. Oh, you would know that. Oh shit. That's literally what it said. A tornado siren. All right, let's take a quick weed break, guys.
Smoke weed every day.
That's funny. You like Rodney Dangerfield, Leroy? You should check out the book Memoirs and Misinformation by Jim Carrey and Dana Vachon. Rodney Dangerfield, it's like a fictional book, but towards the end, I mean, it is a fictional book, but it has a lot of nonfiction mixed with it. And towards the end, like Jim is like in the future and like ends up doing this like this wild Hungry Hippos franchise movie, and he like records for just a couple of weeks, but they have like fucking dozens of movies in the tank because of AI and augmented reality and shit. And basically, one of the hippos he plays with is an AI version of Rodney Dangerfield, like from the grave. So he's able to have like conversations with Rodney Dangerfield, and there's this dialogue between them, and Rodney Dangerfield says all these different like inspirational things, and it's wild. It's a wild moment in the book. But I would check out the audiobook if I were you. Jeff Daniels reads it. Jeff Daniels or Jeff Bridges? No, Jeff Daniels. Yeah. Excuse me. But yeah, check it out, man. So. I'm having too much fun with this shit, guys. Too much fun. It was crazy when that guy tweeted at you. Oh yeah, Jim Carrey? Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's my boy, you know? That kind of blew up our podcast, man. At least on like Apple Music and Spotify. We have a lot of listeners on there. It's kind of wild. But we've been lagging lately on the podcast. We both been just going through it a little bit, but we'll get back. But yeah, so I am excited for the 4th of July. I think we're going to go to my dad's house, barbecue and stuff like that. My dad has a beautiful backyard. He has it all not architecture. I don't know, whatever. He has it all nicely done, freaking waterfall, pool, plants, jacuzzi, all this stuff. So I keep wanting to go over there and hang out and do stuff. But so I told him if I buy the fight, well, can we have it at his house and watch it in the backyard and stuff like that? So that'll be fun. I'm very excited for that. Actually, that's the fight. That's the weekend after. But 4th of July, we're going to go there too. Do I like Howard Stern? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, they probably are, Via. I'm sure. I think they're just listening because it says mind control. And people want to hear about mind control, but who knows? But yeah, so the Connor and Dustin fight are happening next week, okay? I want to talk about this. Oh, look at Brian just asked me in chat right now exactly what I just said. Okay, who do I got? He says Connor versus Poirier. Who do you got? Okay, I am so excited for this fight. I just want to start with that. I think that it's very up in the air who's going to win. I think as of right now, it's a mental thing. I think the reason that the first fight went the way it went was a mental thing. I think that people are not really looking at the way Connor was looking and acting before the fight. To me, he was off rhythm. He didn't look that comfortable. He didn't have a full crowd. And I think he was in his head. I think he really was in his head, honestly. And I think he's been in his head for a while. Of course. You have to be. You got tapped to fucking Khabib and then knocked out by Floyd. And the only other win you've had since then is money, family, things away from combat sports. And I understand he came back and fucked up Cowboy. That's a big deal. It meant something. But he's Conor fucking McGregor. It doesn't mean that much, I think. Didn't mean as much. It was a good warm-up fight. But I think COVID fucked up his rhythm. And I think it's just going to take him a second to get back into the ring. Ring rust is a real thing. And I think that was mostly why he lost. Because he underestimated those leg kicks. He wasn't experienced in today's new MMA or UFC or whatever. Leg kicks are not the way they used to be, which is above the knee. They're like right on the calf, right under the knee. So that shit is not the same as the leg kicks from the past that Conor, I think, is used to. I also think, like Brian said, Conor took a much more boxing approach with Dustin, and I don't think you can do that. I think Conor thought he was going to walk through Dustin boxing, and it just didn't happen. I think Dustin was underestimated. I don't think that'll happen again. I think Conor does very good and he did very good in his rematch with Nate. I wouldn't necessarily consider Conor Poirier 2 a rematch, even though it was two completely different fighters in a sense. But I think that when you fight Poirier, you cannot just have one boxing style. You have to be perfect in all aspects of what you do. Brian in chat says, yeah, he needs to come back in with the Muay Thai stance to block the leg kicks. Absolutely. I think he just needs to keep the distance more and just respect the fight. That's all. I think that's really what it was. Is he was like, these leg kicks ain't shit. And by the time they were something, it was done. That's the only reason Conor lost that fight. He was winning the fight until he lost to those strikes. There was like a flurry where Dustin leg kicked him, and it was like this very subtle, like he almost fell, like he got staggered. Like Conor got staggered real quick, and Dustin saw it, and he fucking went in. And at that point, you cannot block punches from a fucking elite striker like Dustin when you have no leg. You just cannot do it. It's overwhelming, and that's what happened to Conor. He was trying to stand. He was, and that's why he lost. So I think it's going to be a much closer fight. I think that if it doesn't end in the first round, halfway through the second round, it's going to be it's going to be a fucking dog fight. It's going to be wild and it's going to be grueling. And I am ready for that. I really, really, really wish to see not like a fucking struggle fight between these two and prove, who deserves that spot, because whoever wins this fight is going to fight Charles Oliveira. And I think they both do good in that fight, in Charles Oliveira fight. But I think Conor does better because of their styles. But we'll see. Brian in chat says, "Hey man, what happened to your boy Masvidal?" I think he's chilling right now, bro. I think he's just chilling. I think Kamaru is a monster, and he he breaks you. It's like in a dream, and you're fighting in a dream and you can't really punch or swing. You're just swinging slow and you just feel so debilitated and like beaten. I think that's what happened to Masvidal. I don't think he stays there. I think that he'll be okay. I think he's a great fighter. But, having fucking dozens of fights like he's had, being at his age, things like that, it's reaching the level of stardom he was at and fandom he was at. And then to be basically just like maybe not thrown under the bus isn't the right term, but the community doesn't really fuck with him like that anymore. And then to have lost the way you did, having 2 title shots and then lose both of them, and to be knocked out like that, it's got to be people. It's just a lot of mental shit that I think these fighters go through, dude. I think that it legitimately is like 60% mental, this game, and people underestimate it. That's why, to me, a lot of when I see a fight about to happen, you have to pay attention to the performance, how they're training, how they look physically and stuff like that. But I think if you look in their eyes and their body language, I think you can tell way more about a fight than other things. But I'm also barely more than a casual, so don't trust what I'm saying. I think Masvidal fights probably Leon or Nate next. Kind of would make sense either way. I think Leon's probably going to fight, either Colby or Kamaru. But yeah, that fucking BMF rematch would be fire right now, wouldn't it? I don't know. I don't think we see those guys until winter, but we'll see. Dude, I love talking MMA, dude. I fucking love it. It's so funny. Like the homie was telling me the other day, like, what the fuck? When did you become this bro Rogan guy? Like, I was just, but it's true. I love it. I just love it. I love the storylines. I love the fact that I like it for the same reason I like Fortnite. Every time you watch a fight, every time you play a game of Fortnite, it's a different story. It's a different story. It can be completely random. It's very RNG, basically. Fortnite is a battle royale. You drop in with 100 people into a map. You find guns, and the guns are always different in different places and different locations. You also are able to build walls and edit them, and approach the circles always in different. There's all these different factors. So every time you play a game of Fortnite, it's a different game. It tells a different story. You play Call of Duty. The story's usually pretty similar, depending on where you go, what you get. Call of Duty Warzone, the BR is a lot more, is less what I'm talking about, but I'm just talking about video games, really. Also, when it comes to sports, if you look at UFC, the fact that at any moment you can just, fuck, like the best fighter in the world can leave their chin out and get cracked on their chin and just go to sleep instantly. Look at what happened to Masvidal. Look what happened to Michael Chandler. You know, it happens all the time. You know, you never fucking know. And I love that. I love that aspect to things. You know, just, I don't, you know, you can look at things like, what would you say, that there's not many surprises. Things like League of Legends, or those are just other video games. But what kind of sport is there that it's like pretty, you know, hit or miss, you know? I don't know. I hope you guys get what I'm saying. What are your thoughts on Leaving Neverland? I've never actually watched it. I watched a little bit of it, but I kind of can't watch those things. Like the thing about what's his name? The director, the old timey director he just had a documentary put out on him. I don't know. I don't know. What up, Audible? Joker's Wild in chat says, what up, Audible? Hope it's going good, bro. Haven't caught you alive in a while. Yeah, it's been a while, Joker. I mean, not been a while. It's been a while since I live streamed the podcast, but yeah, man. Happy you're here, dude. No, not him. There's another director who just had a documentary released about him. Very popular director. I think he did Breakfast at Tiffany's. I don't know. Anyways, there was a documentary about him. And I couldn't even watch it because it was just like, it's about him. Hold on, let me look at it. Why can't I think of this dude's name? Did he direct Breakfast at Tiffany's? Come on, guys. Nobody in chat knows who I'm talking about? No, it wasn't him. It wasn't Blake Edwards. Very popular, famous director. Child documentary. Woody Allen. It's funny because it didn't even pop up when I typed that, but I remembered it now. Anyways, Woody Allen had a documentary that came out about him being like a child molester. And I tried to watch it and I just couldn't get through it. It's like sometimes those things are just, it's like, okay, I get it. Like it's hard for me to watch all that shit. It's just kind of, sometimes it just grosses me the fuck out. Because they get into like, I don't know. Sometimes it's just like, okay. But yeah, just sometimes. I mean, for whatever reason, I was able to watch the fucking R. Kelly documentary. Fine. You know what I'm saying? I am enjoying the day. I legitimately like this sound of the ocean just going in and out like that is so relaxing to me, man. So relaxing. It's so funny because my wife told me, she like we're going to the beach the day after 4th of July, and we were talking about going, and then a few minutes later we were talking about, you know, I told her I just wish I knew how to take a nap. She said, well, you will when we go to the beach. She says, she said, you always do. And I thought about that. And I was like, yeah, the last like 2 or 3 times we went to the beach, I actually fell asleep. It was so relaxing. I literally fell asleep on the beach. I never take naps at home, ever, anywhere can I sleep. You know? So even now, drinking a 200 milligram caffeine energy drink and it being early in the morning, I'm just still feeling relaxed just hearing this, man. It's nice. Have you seen the Dave Chappelle's bits about R. Kelly documentary? Absolutely. I used to download those motherfuckers on Kazaa or Kaza. Shit, back in LimeWire days, bro. Even before that, I had Napster. I don't know what. I just took that response to a whole another level. But dude, I had Napster. I had the original fucking Napster. And I remember downloading Oops, I Did It Again. And it took like 45 minutes to download the one song. But it was like just being able to play a song on your computer at will was like, oh, what the fuck? And then when you're able to download music videos, even though it took like almost an entire day, and then you're able to like download videos or stream videos. I remember in like 2000, maybe even before that, I remember looking up on movies.com, I think it was, like trailers or upcoming movies. It was like upcoming films, and it was like things that were already in the works. And I remember seeing the original Spider-Man movie coming out in 2005 and being like, oh my God, 2005? That's so far. We're going to be robots by then. Like, I remember thinking it was so far into the future. And then watching like little trailers or like little things and just like it being so wild, dude. Ew, is that gross to just like scratch the inside of your ear in front of all the people on YouTube? It's because you're one with the ocean, because that's where you do your psychedelics. Ooh. I have done psychedelics multiple times at the beach. The first time I did acid was at the beach. What the hell? Hold on. There's a hum there. I hope it wasn't there the whole time. I am ready to fly above the ocean. Psychedelics are hard to find. Yeah, man. They are until they aren't. You just gotta know like the right person. Once you meet the right person or the right people, it becomes very easy. Your naps? What do you mean? I don't get it, Joker. That's the thing with sometimes when you're with chat, it's like, see, yeah, never mind. That's the best way to go. It's hard to stay up, to catch up sometimes. Because I keep moving, and then, like, you know, by the time I read the chat, you know, it's a little delayed, but we're going to have a good few days here, guys. Everything's going to go smoothly. Life is great. All right, let's get some questions, guys. You guys got any questions for me? Right now is the time where me just spitting off the top is getting a little rough. So holler some questions at me, and I got you. Do you guys eat breakfast? I'm wondering if I should start eating breakfast. Why am I smelling snakeskin? Like I'm smelling the smell of when you were little and you go like running through the desert and you'd smell like snakeskin. Menace to Society. I've seen that movie. The Joker's wild, guys. I don't want to wait for life to be over. What kind of movie? The Key Juju. What kind of movie? Says in chat, what kind of movie would you like to be in if given the chance? Wow. Interesting. Wow, what a crazy old movie. I don't know. I'd like to be like play like a in a fighting movie. You know, learn a bunch of like in some sort of like a kung fu movie or some shit like that. I would need like a year of training first, but if I could be in a kung fu movie, that'd be dope. You've never smelled snakeskin? Maybe that's just like what I'm thinking snakeskin smells like. Like, have you ever gone through the desert and then you just smell like snakes? No? Just me? I don't want to wait. Would you rather be the poor kid among rich friends or a rich friend among poor kids? A rich friend among poor kids. then I can share my wealth. Right? Bro, you got to react to your salvia video. Shit's crazy. I actually did. I actually have a video of me reacting to it like years later on this channel, I think. That is a wild ass. That was a wild story. That was crazy, man. And then what happened after my mom walked in. I don't know if you know that. My mom walks in right after I say, "Oh, peace out, YouTube. I'm melting." Like literally 2 seconds later, my mom walks in, and it was on camera. And she yells at me, tells me to get the fuck out of the house. And I'm just sitting there, "Mom, it's legal. It's legal." All fucked up. I regret. That's one of my biggest regrets in my whole life. Yeah, and I was like embarrassed, like so stupid. That would have blown up. That would have been the best salvia video of all time. Ah.
The music was a little loud.
Are you afraid of it?
No, I just don't like techno.
You would if you had robot ears.
That's Leroy in chat says, "This crackhead my dad's friends with is getting us hash." Interesting. That sounds. So is hash like the same thing as wax and shit, or hash is a whole nother thing, right? Like hashish. Like it's similar, but it's like different, right? It's like really strong. I'm curious. I think I've smoked way too much right now. I'm like, oh. And then this ocean sounds in the background. It's just got me so like, I just want to lay here. Like, I don't want to wait. All right, guys. Are you ready to be entertained? I'll tell you guys a joke, okay? You guys ready for my joke? You know, every time I see one of those baby on board stickers on the back of a car, I think, wow, you know, that baby really should not be driving a car. My daughter's getting older now. You know, she's 12 years old, and I'm starting to see that we have like similar tastes in things now. It's hilarious. You know, we're starting to listen to the same music. You know, like Demi Lovato. You know, we both like Demi Lovato a lot. You know, she likes Demi Lovato because she sings very well. She's beautiful. She's talented. And I like Demi Lovato because she's a drug addict. You know, lots in common there. What's up, Bubba? Bubba in chat says, "By myself, rather be myself." Bumps that all the way home from work. Smoking good with the lifestyle. Let's go, baby. I like it. I like it. That's one of my favorites too. It kind of makes me feel sad because I really felt that way, bro. Just like hardcore in that moment, and then like it just reminds me of being so just like hateful to a lot of people who didn't deserve it. But still a good track. All right, I'm trying to think of any of my other jokes. Let's see here. It's hard to do, you know, amazing stand-up that I'm used to doing. You know what I'm saying? When in front of, on camera, you know what I'm saying? So I should be in front of like thousands of people. That's where I should be doing my stand-up bits, but, you know. Oh, you know what you just reminded me of, Leroy, with that cowboy emoji? There is an album called The Marfa Tapes, okay? Let me show you guys. It's with Miranda Lambert, Jack Ingram, and John Randall. And it's called The Marfa Tapes. It came out a couple months ago. Oh, wrong one. Hold on real quick. For those who are watching on stream, you guys can see what I'm talking about here. Yeah, all right, whatever, I guess not. Marfa tapes. Beautiful, amazing album. Beautiful blend of country, folk, and blues. Basically, they went to a place, I believe it's called Marfa in Texas, and just went out there for, I believe, a few weeks and recorded music, hung out, wrote music, wrote songs, and all the songs are recorded basically with like as if there was a microphone in the middle of them and they were just playing music. You can hear campfires in the background, you hear the wind rustling, and you hear them conversating before and after the songs. But it's all done so smoothly and so well. It legitimately is, the recording style of it makes it so consumable, even if you're not into country and all these other things, which I'm not. But wow, is that an amazing piece of art and music, and I recommend everybody to check it out. If you're going to do it, check out the song called Tin Man. What's the situation with you in stand-up now? Serious. I am legitimately thinking about doing it, man. About trying it out, seeing how it goes. I have written quite a few jokes. I have, premises and stuff like that in my mind. But, you can only go so far in your mind in writing jokes until you actually have to do it. So eventually, I think I am going to try it, but we'll see. Cosby's free. Yes. How have we not talked about this, bro? Bill Cosby is free. I just want to, you know what? Let's just. God is good. And then you guys say, come on, I know Bubba knows what to say here. God is good. Or Avia probably too. God is good. And then you say, Mr. Yadiho, brother says in chat says, brother, glad to see you back. Been following you for years. Very happy to see you. I'm happy to see you too, man. Leroy Zippity Zoop up. Stupid. No, if you say God is good, and then I think you say the congregation is supposed to say all the time, and then I'm supposed to say all the time, and then you guys say God is good. Come on now, y'all never went to church. Damn, that's true. That's a good joke right there. That is a good joke there. How we gonna release Bill Cosby before we release Britney? All this shit. I think somebody read the poster wrong. It said Britney, not Bill. There's something there. There's a good premise there, Definitely not with that voice I just used. Dude, Google general butt naked shit's crazy. Wait, what? I'm definitely not Googling general butt naked. Interesting. Very interesting. Brittany dumb as fuck, Bubba in chat says. Do what Tupac did. Fake your death and move to Cuba. Damn. That could work. She's going to get her shit back. She's got to, right? I don't understand how you can be an adult and some other adult can just be like, hey, like, what the fuck? There has to be something she can do to prove that she can take care of herself, right? Spanish church. Those things last forever, dude. They always have swords and shit. I went to a Spanish church one time. We were there for like over 3 hours. And they were in the front with swords. Like going wild. Like, calm down, bruh. Tweak. Crazy Nelly in chat says, hey, been following you for like 10 years. I remember when your daughter was like 5 or 6, and now I have a 6-year-old. Well, hell yeah, man. I'm glad. Thank you. Thank you for following me so long. Shout out to you and your daughter. Thank you. Vice did a documentary about it. He was this warlord. It's insane. General butt naked. Liberian Civil War. I'm not going to. Nope. I'll Google that another time. Can't do it. I don't trust you, Leroy. These ocean sounds are making this podcast like very trippy for me. I don't know. I actually only went to one, And I went with my dad, and we were just like going because a friend of his invited him. And it was wild. I mean, I grew up in church. My dad was a pastor at the time, for another church, but we went to this one here in Victorville, and they fucking had swords. Multiple dudes had swords, and we're like, I can't even, like, what was it? Ven pa acá, mucho. Like, I don't know. Some fucking Spanish shit. I'm like so high I can't really think right now. Like, my words are not coming into my brain. I don't like saying coming into my brain. They were fucking had swords like it was Lord of the Rings, and it was insane. And it was like 3 hours into it, and my dad and I were just like, what the fuck? And we literally left early. We just couldn't say it. It was wild. Yeah. That's funny. Te quiero mucho, Jesus! Jesus! What's your scariest trip? Anytime anybody ever asked me that, it was like, it had to be this moment where I took a bunch of acid when I went to the Hollywood Palladium. And it was the strongest visuals. Up until that point, it was my first or second time doing acid anyways. But it was, still like top 3 or 5 visuals I've ever had, like as far as like intense. But they have this room called the Champagne Room at the Hollywood Palladium. That's just a bunch of mirrors. It's a very small room. And I went in there, and I was tripping so hard, I thought I was getting a light show from a demon. And I was in a room full of demons. And I truly believed it for a second. And I thought I was just kind of like in hell. Like it was just, I was in hell. Like this is what hell is. A room of demons giving you a light show. And I was just sitting there like, oh. And then eventually I realized what was happening. And I went one way, and like I was fucked up. And once I got out of that room and took a little bit of ecstasy, I felt better. I wonder if you went when it was Easter. LOL, they usually play out Jesus' death. No, I don't think so. No, I'm telling you, these people just were ready to kill. They were not. They weren't like over. They were just wanting to murder. Like if we would have stood any longer, we might have been beheaded. My dad and I. Like I legitimately think we might have been beheaded if we stood longer. But it's hard to say. You never know. Reminds me of that movie Midsommar. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, oh, this whole time you wanted to kill us, and we're sitting here celebrating with you. But, we got out of there. We lived. Jesus! Jesus! Today is the greatest day I'll ever know. Can't wait for tomorrow. Tomorrow, just too long. How does that song go? Fruit bats today. That is literally, I believe everybody in the world should listen to this song every single day in the morning, okay? It's called Today by Fruit Bats. I can't play it because I'll get copywritten, but I will sing it for you, okay? Here we go. I'll let you guys follow along. Today is the greatest day I've ever known. Can't live for tomorrow. Tomorrow's much too long. I'll burn my eyes out before I get out. I wanted more. I can't. Now I forgot how it goes. Today is the greatest day I've ever known. Can't wait for tomorrow. I might not have that long. I didn't know they changed it right there. I'll tear my heart out. Ooh, I didn't know it was like deep. I didn't know. I thought it was. Okay, let's see. Today is the greatest day I've ever known. Can't live for tomorrow. Tomorrow's much too long. I'll burn my eyes out before I get out. I wanted more than life could ever grant me. Bored by the chore of saving face. Today is the greatest day I've ever known. Can't wait for tomorrow. I might not have that long. I'll tear my heart out before I get out. Pink ribbon scars that never forget. I tried so hard to cleanse these regrets. My angel wings were bruised and restrained. My belly stings. Is this a song about suicide? Today is the greatest day. I want to turn you on. I want to turn you on. I want to turn you on. Today is the greatest day that I have ever known. Is this a, wait, what? I don't, wait, okay. Today's the greatest day I've ever known. Can't live for tomorrow. Tomorrow's much too long. I'll burn my eyes out before I get out. I'll burn my eyes out before I get out. I wanted more. Are you serious? I wanted more than life could ever grant me, bored by the chore of saving face. Today is the greatest day I've ever known. Can't wait for tomorrow. I might not have that long. I'll tear my heart out before I get out. Pink ribbon scars that never forget. I tried so hard to cleanse these regrets. My angel wings were bruised and restrained. My belly stings. Smashing Pumpkins? But this is as Fruit Bats. Is that the same shit or is that the same person? I'm really stupid when it comes to things like this, so please school me. Wow, that's crazy because that what that sounds like to me has always been like a beautiful just appreciating the day song. It's never been like a kill myself song. Ghost in the chat says, everybody, quoting me, everybody should listen to this song in the morning. Still quoting me. Is this about suicide? Hold on. Smashing. Fruit Bats, Smashing Pumpkins cover? Wait, what? So are they the same people? Fruit Bats announced cover album of Smashing Pumpkins' Siamese Dream for August 2020 release. So are they just doing, is Fruit Bats just doing a cover of the Smashing Pumpkins song? Is that what I heard? Fruit Bats have announced a new cover album of Smashing Pumpkins' Siamese Dream that will be released August 21st exclusively on vinyl. The band also released their cover of the song today, which can be listened to below. Wow! What? The cover album follows 2019's Gold Past Life, which includes its upbeat title track. Wow! That's fucking crazy, dude. Holy shit. What is that fucking, what does that say about me? I've always, when I heard that song, I thought of it as like appreciating the moment, appreciating the day, waking up and being like, today's the greatest day, no matter what the fuck's going on. I don't care. Tomorrow's too long. Today is the greatest day of my life because I'm appreciating the moment in every way I possibly can. Holy shit. Oh, fuck. It's so crazy because like I realized that this is a thing when we did the podcast to the Pure Comedy album by Father John Misty. Like a lot of the songs I was hearing, the way I was interpreting them was almost the complete opposite of what the song is. And it's kind of like, fuck, that's crazy. Like, what? I don't know. It's just, that's the trip. Like, first off, it still means that to me. When I listen to it, that's what it's going to mean to me. But damn, that's so interesting how you can just take what you want from a piece of art. Like, you interpret it the way you interpret it individually. Holy shit. I cannot wait to hear this Smashing Pumpkins version, dude. Okay, I don't want to. I don't know. I can't play it because I'll get copyrighted. Wow. I guess I can play it, but you guys can't hear it. Is that okay? All right, let's see. Okay, I can hear it. You guys can't hear it. It doesn't sound like the Fruit Bats version. I like it. No, 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 no. It sounds kind of like some American Pie shit. 1993 is when this came out. And Fruit Bats did a cover of it this year? Interesting. Wow. Sorry. Have I heard this before? Maybe I have heard this song before, and that's why I like the... I don't know. That sounded really familiar. I mean, obviously it's familiar because I know the Fruit Bats version. But I don't know. Maybe I haven't heard that. Holy shit. It's about suicide, guys. Oh, we're at a different beach now. I'll tear my... Oh my god. Okay, what if I did this? And then I did... Can I like make it... Alright. There we go. This, and then this can go... There we go. Today is the great. Dude. Dude, I like Smashing Pumpkins. There's a few of their songs that I really fucked with. You know, I used to listen to one of them when I tripped like all the time. Probably one of the more popular ones. My brother was really into them too. But yeah. That's wild. I still wasn't even born in 93. You were living your best life, swimming around in your daddy's ball sack. Oh, shit. Wow. You guys blew my mind today, okay? I love it. This is for you. All right. Jesus Christ. I can't wait for tomorrow. Tomorrow's far too long. Crazy Nally in chat says, I remember you would put videos about Coachella, also the video of you talking about the Tupac hologram. I've always wondered why they haven't done that again now that we have better technology. Your thoughts? I think they have. They have. There's been things that they do, and they do it in other countries like all the time. Like there's actual like concerts and shit. But I don't know exactly why. I think that it's probably super complicated and extremely expensive. And maybe not like worth it kind of for the money, like the cost that it would take to throw the concert and have the concert or whatever. They wouldn't make their money back even if they sold it out. Maybe, I don't know. But interesting, I don't know. I don't know how well the public really responded to it too. Like if there was like announced a Michael Jackson tour across the U.S. hologram, like how would that do? What would it do? Would it be looked at like, I don't know. Hear the song "I" by them. I think you'll dig that song. Okay, I by Smashing Pumpkins. I'll chat for sure. The Chandelier song is also about suicide, and I found out a few weeks ago. My mind was blown by that. Chandelier by Sia? I Want to Hang by the Chandelier? Johan Golf just subscribed. I appreciate you, man. Thank you. Yeah, that's so crazy to me. Cheers. Best energy drinks in the world. That song reminds me of being like throwing a fit, having an anxiety attack, and just feeling embarrassed and stupid. Because I heard it at Coachella. Seen her performing it at Coachella, and me and Corey had just gotten like an argument, and we never have things like that, like ever. It was like one of the only times. And yeah, it was like the last hour of a few hours of Coachella, and him and I got into an argument, and I remember like me and Monica walked away, then her and I started getting in an argument, and then I started punching the grass, and my hand was all fucked up. And then I look up and I see Sia, I wanna hang from the chandelier. And I'm just like, fuck this shit. Fuck your chandelier, you stupid ass little girl. There's that little girl dancing on the stage too. I was just sitting there, fucking stupid. Stupid ass bitch. Me and Monica ended up leaving the show early, got in the car, drove, because you're not allowed to leave for like 2 hours until after the show's over. So we drove the car from our campsite to where you're supposed to leave and just parked in front of that gate for like 2 hours. And that was the first time I ever had like an anxiety, like a legitimate panic attack where I couldn't breathe. That was like the first time. And yeah, it was wild. I just felt trapped. It was weird. But yeah. Holy shit. Life is a beach, huh? I love you guys, man. Any last questions, guys? I'll keep going. Have you guys got any questions for me? I'm just enjoying the moment right now, because today is the greatest day I'll ever know. I would not get a brain chip right now. No. Not now. Eventually. In the future I feel like it, but maybe. Guess we'll have to see. Go ahead, Leroy. What is your question? Today is the greatest day I'll ever know. Do you think Joey Diaz makes up his stories? No. I don't think you can make up those stories. He might exaggerate them a little bit like Bert Kreischer does, just to make them a little bit more interesting. But no, I don't think Joey Diaz makes his stories up at all. That guy's the GOAT. Would you go to a hologram concert? Absolutely. I'd go to see any of them just to go check out and see what it's like, dude. If I could choose one, Jimi Hendrix. It's wild because I can't even really I don't even know Jimi Hendrix music like that, but I know his shit would be dope. Who else? Oh, James Brown. See James Brown live, dude. Could you fucking imagine? Oh my God. Michael Jackson, of course, would be amazing. The Beatles. Holy shit. You could have two of them really there. Bach. I'd love to see Bach. Why are my viewers jumping up so high all of a sudden? What's happening? There's some sort of a glitch test or something? Some sort of a glitch happening? This happens every once in a while. Beethoven? Shit. Imagine seeing R. Kelly live. Holy shit, dude. Wow. Imagine that. Holy. I mean, I wouldn't. In a few years. What a shame. What a fucking shame. But why would it be okay to see Michael Jackson but not R. Kelly? What about an R. Kelly hologram? Would that be more morally acceptable? Do you sleep in the nude? Nah, I wish. Oh, if I'm extremely drunk, maybe. Jenny Rivera hologram concert? She's a Mexican singer, right? I heard about her, yeah. I don't know the story or anything like that, but Selena would be dope too. I know Selena. Biddy biddy bum bum. She's like, imagine just a huge like festival with just holograms. There's like a Coachella hologram, Holochella or something. Hologram. There, never mind. None of those. But there's like multiple stages with just different like holograms of people who are like passed away. Holy shit. Could you do that with stand-up comedy? From what I've heard is that eventually they're going to have AI that's so powerful you are literally going to be able to see people's like an AI version of people who are dead perform and be themselves. It's legal. It's legal. Did you ever do salvia? Absolutely, yeah. Just Google Audible 484 salvia. Or not Google it, YouTube it. And yeah, you'll see. Am I tripping, or are you guys seeing the viewer count go up to like 119 right now? Like, what the fuck's happening? Selena would be a good one too, but if Chris did the concert and not her family. If Chris did the concert and not her family? What do you mean? Chris, her husband? Why do you say that? Is there like controversy there? Hold on. Now, girl, you got me interested. 129 for me. Yeah, that's wild. I don't know what's happening. It happens every once in a while where the viewer count will jump for no reason. Let's see. How many people are watching right now? If you're watching and you're enjoying, or even if you're not enjoying, give this stream a thumbs up. I want to see how many people are actually watching. Please give the stream a thumbs up so we can see. Right now we're at about 7, and let's see where we're at after I say that. We just went up to 8. I'm so curious what you're going to say right now, Via. I do, now that I'm thinking about it, yeah, Chris, when she's like yelling at him, like, oh, now we're up to 10. Nah, see, if there was like over 100 people watching, it would be up higher than that. So, some sort of glitch thing. Woo. Today is the greatest day I'll ever know. Cheers. What? Chris is her husband. Her family is money hungry. And Selena's dad made Chris sign a contract that he can't talk about Selena. Really? I did not know that. Are you serious? So Edwards James Olmos is out there somewhere just like money hungry for Selena's money? Don't you think he has enough money from his acting career? That's crazy, bro. I had no idea Edwards James Olmos is out there like profiting off Selena's death and making Chris, her husband, sign these contracts. Crazy Nelly in chat says, I would go to an only hologram concert of a bunch of famous celebrities that have died. It's like a second chance to seeing them in a way, but I bet it would cost big bucks for the ticket. Yeah, for sure. It would, or it'd be super cheap. You know, I don't know. You know, eventually I feel like when the technology gets better, it'll be cheap. But are you still going to the gym? I am working my job a lot right now, and I'm legitimately like getting to a point working so much, working hard at work that my watch, my fucking Whoop shit is telling me basically that like if I go to the gym when I get home, I'm overreaching. Like basically I'm working out at work. So I don't really need to do any cardio at the gym. What I need to start doing is lifting weights. I need to start lifting weights because like I'm lean and my body's there, but now I just need to start getting muscle. So I'm starting today. I'm going to start going back to the gym. I was only going like once a week the last, month or so, but now I'm going to force myself to go 3 times a week and just lift weights, not any cardio, because at work I'm doing more cardio than I even need to. But so yeah, kind of. Chris is getting sued by her dad because he wrote a book about their love story, and he stopped Chris from doing a Selena show on his point of view. Damn. So, do you think that Chris is like, who would Selena want to like have the rights to her story? Would she want her husband Chris, or would she want her dad Edward James Olmos to be the main person in charge? Because I mean, we don't really know Edward James Olmos that much apart from his movies, but he always seems like a stand-up guy. So this is a shock to me that he would be doing something like this. I'm hungry. I think I'm going to call it. I love you guys so much, man. This has been a great podcast. We got up to like 150 people watching at one point. But man, shout out to Edward James Olmos. Shout out to VRE Bot, Adam, Crazy Nelly, Ghost, Joker. Leroy was here. Audie. Who else? Mr. Yeah, DHO. Brian. The Key Juju. You know, sometimes I'll do the yesterday podcast and I'll just record it. And when I really have something I want to rant on and I know what I want to talk about. But other days, if I want to do a live version like this, I'll do it too. Why the fuck not? You know what I'm saying? Like, so thank you guys so much. If you guys are interested in listening to the podcast, definitely look on Spotify or the Apple Podcasts app. Wherever you get your podcasts, just search Yesterday Audible 484 and it should pop up. If you guys are listening, you can check out the video version of the podcast at youtube.com/audible484. I love you all. Have a great rest of your week. That's it. Peace out. Love you guys. Life is a beach. Enjoy it. Today is the greatest day I've ever known. I can't live for tomorrow. Tomorrow's much too long. I'll burn my eyes out. Okay, sorry.